There are few moments more frustrating than when you realize your keys are locked in your car. What's worse, the anger you feel when you believe you've been burned by the locksmith. That's the subject of today's Consumer Call.
Hi. Wow, you were quick.
What you're watching is a sting. We set this locksmith up to see how much he had charged to get a set of keys out of our 2012 Mazda. But first, to explain why we're doing it, let's hear what happened to 19-year-old Evan Thomas from his mom, Joanne.
He just got a job at a transmission place, and they trusted him enough to use the company truck and deliver something, and he somehow locked the keys in the car.
So Evan did what most of us would do, Googled locksmith and found GA Lock and Key.
They said it would cost $25 to come out, 15 minutes. So it actually took them about an hour to come out, and he ended up being charged $325.
$325?
Yes, he was quite shocked.
How does a $25 quote become a $325 bill? It was time to find out. We called Georgia Lock and Key with a similar situation. Listen when we asked for the price.
All right, well, what's the fee on that? I need to know the fee first.
Yes. The service fee is $25, so the unlock starts at $30. And I'll have my technician give you a call right back, sir.
When we pressed for a more definitive price, we got one.
You're looking roughly between $75 and $85, sir, because it is a Mazda.
And when the locksmith arrived, that's what he charged.
Is it 75 and 25?
Yeah.
Okay.
$100 total. But watch what happens just 2 days later when we call the very same company.
How much is this going to run?
The service fee for the technician to come out is $25, and the unlock starts at $30. It's based on the car, but I'm going to let them know exactly what type of car that you're driving, okay?
Now, watch what happens to the price after the technician unlocks our car.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So how much is it going to be?
So you have power lock mechanism vehicle. To unlock the vehicle, basically the type of tools you use and mechanism is 300 plus a service called 25.
Excuse me? 300?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my husband paid like 100.
Yeah, he might have been in a different area. I'm not sure.
Well, so do you guys all work for Georgia Lock and Key, right?
No, we're a different company. I don't know.
But I called Georgia Lock and Key.
Yeah, you did, but I don't know who the other company.
Well, he called Georgia Lock and Key. That's what I'm saying.
It was time for some answers. Can you explain to us why Georgia Lock and Key is charging her $325 to unlock a very similar model that you charged $100 for day before yesterday?
I wasn't there yesterday.
Do you work for Georgia Lock and Key?
GA Lock and Key.
Yeah. The technician called his dispatcher, and the two of them claimed it was a case of mistaken identity.
There's Georgia, there is a Georgia, and then there's a GA Lock and Key, so there's two different ones.
We really know what we're doing. We know who you are, and we know where all these phone calls go. So she needs to explain to us why this was $325, day before yesterday was $100.
Yes, I called the number that's right on his
Yeah,
side.
it's the number right here on your car.
I have no idea. Like I said, I'm just a technician, I have no idea.
Okay, well you can lock the keys back in the car because you're not getting $325.
Okay.
Here's the good news. Evan paid by credit card, so he was able to protest the transaction with his bank, and they agreed to reverse most of the charges. Trustdale covered the difference as a thank you to the Thomas family for participating in our investigation. Here's the lesson. If this happens to you, make certain to get a final upfront price from the locksmith over the phone before you agree to the service. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. If you need consumer help, drop us a line at help@trustdale.com.